Fire, fire, fire. YouTuber charged with attempted murder. Cheese and crackers, who?
A big YouTuber named Eric Conover, almost 3 million subscribers, is facing
Never heard of him.
a multitude of serious charges,
heard of him?
including attempted murder. That's not Weenie Hut Jr. That's pretty high-level crime. If crime was Call of Duty, that would be pretty close to hitting prestige level. And he's spoken recently, and he basically cut like a WWE promo, like, you got it all wrong, and if you ever question my mental competence, I will come snap you in half like a Kit Kat, I swear to God.
What?
I'm paraphrasing a bit, but he did talk about how he would
Is he a Minecraft YouTuber? Is it over again?
eviscerate anyone that questions his mental competence. It's really weird shit. He's claiming it's all a massive misunderstanding, but let's go ahead and set the stage
totally.
here, the lore that you need to know. Eric is a very successful YouTuber whose content focuses on these
Wait a minute. I've seen this recommended. I've never clicked on it though. Yeah, you have to be a psychopath to dress this way all the time. Yeah. All the time? This guy's crazy. Yeah, I've seen his videos too. I have a very coded algorithm. For whatever reason. I don't click on everything, but still.
luxury mansion tours. He goes and does all of these bougie real estate videos where he shows you these dreadfully overpriced locations. I can't believe I've never seen his channel. I wasn't familiar with him until this story because I have been so deep in that rabbit hole of consuming that content, of touring these ridiculously overpriced property that are just dog shit, where it's like a $55 million mansion tour. This house comes with sci-fi amenities. You walk in and it has a new mother. It cloned your previous mother.
Why?
It also has an automaton that'll whip up a charcuterie board anytime you ask it to.
Ooh.
The shower's made out of plutonium, platinum, and other rare earth minerals. The sink faucets are vibranium, and it also has this 15,000-year-old oak tree planted right in the middle to help with your chakras, that kind of garbage. He does those. That's like his bread and butter content, but I'd never seen him before.
I don't know. First impression was Patrick Bateman. Yeah, for sure.
Didn't know about him until this story, which is surprising. But not nearly surprising as the crimes that he is accused of committing. So what happened is, an officer visually estimated that he was driving at speeds of around 55 to 60 in a zone where that was excessively fast. So he began to pursue Conover and managed to get him stopped through various maneuvers. The officer exited his vehicle and moved around to the rear of his cruiser, and Mr. Conover allegedly backed his vehicle, rapidly pointed it directly at the officer, and accelerated at him, striking him at a reasonably high rate of speed, and it was alleged that the officer flew between 20 and 40 feet. They also said, "We're very fortunate that an amateur drone operator was in the air when he saw the interaction, was able to capture it on video." That video has not been released yet.
Oh
I imagine
God.
it won't, because it's going to be a crucial piece of evidence in
Of all the people too, like a fucking officer, man. What is wrong with you?
this, I would imagine. But I would also guess there's body cam footage too. Now, there is footage of the chase that's been released. It's very short footage filmed by someone who was nearby on rollerblades and just happened to capture him fleeing from the police.
Rollerblader?
As well as some footage of the vehicle once they got it stopped. Eric is claiming that he is not the same Eric Conover police want for the attempted murder on that officer. Eric Conover, the YouTuber, is from New York, not New Jersey, as authorities claim, stating, "This seems to be a massive misunderstanding."
Guys, I didn't kill the guy. I'm not from Alabama. I'm from Massachusetts. Are you a YouTuber? Yes, I am a YouTuber.
I'm exactly who I say I am. I'm a YouTuber. Now, we all know YouTubers are some of the most respected individuals on the planet. Their reputation is spotless, up there with, like, firefighters. So him saying that is a big deal. Also, he loves to mention how successful he is as a YouTuber. That's like a core part of his whole personality, even during all of this. He's also currently facing some DWI charges for an arrest that allegedly happened just days earlier, and then when he went to court, as I mentioned at the beginning, he put on quite the performance. He tried to be like the fucking Joker or something there. This guy, he was looking for some kind of Oscar nomination for some really over-the-top villainous acting. He looked unhinged.
Everything right here, and it's all been falsified.
Eric Conover.
Falsified information. Dude, he looks like a psycho! Look at his gaze! Would you trust him? Would you trust this guy? He's got nothing behind those eyes. What's that Patrick Bateman quote? It's like, you may touch my hand and we might have like common things, paraphrase, but like we have things in common, but I'm simply not there. Like, he's just not there. Yeah, lights are on, nobody's home.
Had a lot to say before his arraignment this afternoon.
If anyone dares try to test my mental competence, I will eviscerate every single person with my intelligence right now.
His blinking is like that of a robot. Do you see that?
I will eviscerate every single person with my intelligence right now. And
He's like Charles Xavier from Logan. His intelligence is so supreme, he can blow us away with a single
That's me.
thought. This man is a transcendent being.
He's an alien.
not being egotistical.
Police paperwork says the pursuit started after Conover was going 55 in a 35. After 8 miles, Conover stopped and an officer attempted to de-escalate the situation, but Conover allegedly drove at him and hit him in the leg and then sped off for
Oh
another
my
28
god!
miles.
Yeah, that's attempted murder.
The paperwork
If I had to venture a guess here, when he got
Father in heaven, please let me get back to my 3 million subscribers. Chat! This is so fucking cooked. I hate this universe.
pulled over, he was probably drinking, didn't want another DUI, so he sped at the officer, hit the officer, and drove away. So, not exactly, you know, jaywalking charges or an ounce of weed.
officer was
Criminal.
thrown 40 feet, suffering a leg injury. Conover is facing several charges.
What?
40 feet, suffering a leg injury. Conover is facing several charges, including attempted murder.
Mom, thank God, look at me.
Today in court, Conover was
that his parents? Was he crying to his parents?
Mom, thank God, look at me.
today in
I think those are his parents. In like the Zoom call.
court. Conover was outspoken, claiming that he's a public figure because of
I
his
think he's a sociopath. Like, I don't like this doing like armchair psychology, but like he seems kind of like a psycho.
nearly 3 million
He does not
subscribers
behave like
on
a normal
YouTube,
person.
and saying this was part of a quote police sting against him.
The police report in this matter denies these allegations. He does not agree with the reports as that they are stated.
The defense asked
I'm very curious what he denies there. If he hit the officer, physically hit the officer with his car and drove away, that's kind of like a tough one to say that
It was self.
you know, it's wrong.
It was self-defense. He was gonna shoot me.
Like, no,
Yeah.
that's fabricated. It's CGI. That wasn't me. Mm-hmm. It couldn't have been me.
That's a prank.
I'm 12 years old. I can't drive yet. Like, I don't even know what strategy he's trying to employ.
He was scared.
Nah, he ran into my car. Oh, wait, maybe. Yeah, actually. No, you see, he ran at me, and he...
And the cops don't have like a camera in the car? Like, really? Your Honor, League of Legends. Yes, I am debilitated by League of Legends.
threw
Mental
himself off of my car
disability. Insanity
40
plea.
feet. And then the jump scare was a lot, so I panicked and I drove away.
police say he was arrested Friday night for a separate drunk driving charge, which Conover denies.
I've been sober from alcohol for 1,558 days, so to press me on a DUI, I'm a public figure.
The judge did hold
I'm a
Good
public
defense.
figure.
Yeah, Eric...
Your Honor, I am a VTuber. If I go to jail, it means I can't stream to people. And that would be worse than a death sentence. Please release me.
Conover's facing right down the pipe of a lot of things
Yeah.
here. It's a laundry list. He's got the
That's my
DWI, the
defense.
attempted murder charge, the first-degree assault against a police officer, as well as second-degree assault, reckless conduct with a deadly weapon, conduct after an accident, disobeying an officer, and reckless driving. Man's out here trying to get the platinum trophy for crimes. This is a lot, and it's all very serious. And it seems like he's trying to claim all of the information is falsified, all of the evidence is hooey, it's a load of fucking dirty barnacles, they've got the wrong guy, it's a misunderstanding. He's a big successful YouTuber, it definitely wasn't him, this is truly just a big old
This is
mix-up.
psychotic.
Now,
What a waste of taxpayer dollars, bro. This case, they should just throw it out instantly.
from what I saw, over the last
Go to
like
jail.
10 or 11 days, he had been posting some very concerning stuff on Instagram, and his community was concerned for his mental state. Now, I don't mean to summon the wrath of Eric the Megamind himself right now. I know he said he'd eviscerate anyone that would do so. I'm hoping he won't tear my flesh from my bones using nothing but his intelligence, but it is something
Average
his community
Redditor.
was worried about with the things he was posting on Instagram, and the one that I keep seeing pop up is this picture. Yeah, the pharmaceutical industry tried to gaslight me that I needed medication too.
You wanna bet this guy was on the Xannies or something? Horse pills drank! Why does he look like Hunter Biden? Man, this makes a lot of sense, dude. All you need is some discipline of your emotional state. Yes. Yes, Schizo. Stop taking your meds. Listen to the voices.
When all you need is some discipline of your emotional state. That didn't age super well.
No.
I don't think the emotional
It
state
did
was
not.
controlled optimally. Now, his community was saying that
He
what
was
he was holding was
min-maxing, chat.
olanzapine, which is apparently used to treat either bipolar disorder or symptoms of schizophrenia. And people are saying that him being off of this medication is most likely the cause for the concerning posts and the spiral that
Yeah.
he seems to have been in on Instagram. And while, of course, I'm no expert here, I would say that it does probably play a role in everything that has happened recently with him, as well as his behavior in the court at the hearing there. That kind of stuff is always pretty sad to me, where someone has medication for a very serious thing like that, and then they decide to stop, and then
Your Honor, my YouTube comments told me to stop taking my fluazepine or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta stop, chat. I'm sorry. You told me to. I gotta listen. This is what the viewers want. There's a really bad side effect if you stop taking it. Not surprised with this. Yeah, like your brain just goes into overdrive. That's why you should never just stop randomly taking it, and you should go to a doctor and say like, "Hey, I need help. Like, I want to get off of it, but or like change my medication or my dose or something."
things just fucking spiral out of control for them. But
Your brain just basically goes into like a massive like survival dump at this point.
Anyway, very wild story here that I just wanted
brain
to
can
talk
go,
about
like,
briefly.
boo-boo.
That's really about it. So yeah.
Your brain go cuckoo. It's very dangerous. Yeah, like more serious medication. If you're a long time user, it can make your heart stop. If you like don't taper off or like wean yourself off of it, you're supposed to do it with like a healthcare professional. Give yourself a heart attack. Yeah, you can get a seizure. You can have really serious like gastrointestinal problems. Yeah, your hormones can shift, which can lead to heart attacks too. Fluoxetine is pretty mild, but you need at least 3 to 6 months to cut it properly. Like any medication, anything that alters your internal chemistry, you need help, or like you have to taper it. You can't just quit cold turkey. That fucks you up.